Hey guys, how you doing? My name is Llama and today I want to talk to you about the new allied race for the alliance that is coming in Battle for Azeroth, the Dark Iron Dwarves, and why I believe they might be the new best class for gold farming. So the Dark Iron Dwarves have a racial ability called the Mole Machine, and this ability is going to allow them to transport themselves all over the world to any locations that they've discovered that have a Mole Machine present in them. Now, there was recently a post on MMO Champion that highlighted some of the locations that have been found to have Mole Machines, but basically they're going to be able to get you to just about any farm that you want to do. Now, it does have a half an hour cooldown, but in order to really understand the value that this brings, you have to bear in mind how often you are going to be changing locations for doing farms. Most people do a farm for about 1 hour at a time, give or take, or they will do 10 runs of a dungeon. So that isn't actually that much time to spend doing a gold farm. And as a result, the travel time is a big factor in doing these farms. So let's say you have an hour, you're farming gold on your lunch break from work, or you're farming before you have to go to school. If you don't have that much time, spending 10 minutes to get to a farming location is a big factor on how much you can make. Whereas if you have a Mole Machine to get you access to the farm that you want to do, it can greatly increase the amount of gold that you're going to be able to make in the time that you have. Obviously, the longer that you're going to be doing a farm, the less the travel time is a factor. But most of us don't like to sit at a single farming location for 10 hours straight. I know I don't. Maybe you do, and then this isn't going to be as helpful to you as it would be to others. But I think that this is going to be one of the best racial abilities for making gold coming forward. To highlight this point, I'm going to show you now the journey that I had to take to get this footage, to show you the Dark Iron Dwarves in the Blackrock Depths dungeon, which is one of the dungeons that I like to run to make gold, as well as a great many other dungeons in the Blackrock Mountain. Now, what I had to do here, I wanted to farm my monk, so I had to leave my monk order hall, take the portal to New Dalaran, where I then had to travel to the central portion of the gallery where the portals are found, and take the portal to Karazhan and then fly north up to Blackrock Mountain. If I was able to have access currently to Dark Iron Dwarves, then I would have been able to simply make my Mole Machine take me to Blackrock Mountain. The entrance to Blackrock Dungeons is actually where you would find the Mole Machine location for Blackrock Mountain, so it would take this journey down to about 2 seconds of a cast time on the ability, presumably. Now, one of the concerns that I was going to have for the Dark Iron Dwarves and their gold making potential is the classes that they had available to them, because obviously the class is going to make a much bigger difference than the race is in your gold farming choices. However, they do have access to the monk class, which is an excellent choice for gold making. There are a few farms where it's not ideal, and therefore probably the ones that you're going to avoid using it for, and ones where you're going to continue to use a druid. But for any farm where a monk is a viable option, which is the vast majority of them, Dark Iron Dwarves do seem to be the way to go. Now, obviously the only other detrimental thing that you need to be aware of is that this is going to be faction locked. Dark Iron Dwarves are going to be for the Alliance. If you play a Horde, then this is not going to be that much help for you. Although personally, I like to run 2 servers simultaneously, a Horde server and an Alliance server, and I like to use one for very basic levels of play. In my case, that's the Alliance side, and I use this for making the gold over an extended period of time for long-term purchases, whereas my Horde server pays for my game time. So that's it for this quick one, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I will leave a link down in the description below to the MMO Champion article that I referred to with the locations that are currently known for the Mole Machine, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.